he just started to think of me as a partner that he could tell what to do.
Warning: if you cross Cher, be prepared for a legacy of shade. Expect a lifetime of disdain and a response that will leave you speechless. For over 6 decades, the undisputed queen of reinvention has navigated Hollywood's cutthroat landscape. She never compromises on her values. But what happens when the brightest stars in the industry dare to challenge her? We're revealing Cher's 7 most explosive feuds that shaped her legendary career. From controlling husbands to rival pop queens, Cher's 60-year career is filled with battles that would have crushed anyone else. From the darkest secrets of her past to the most shocking feuds of her career, we're about to expose 7 hidden battles. These conflicts showed that even the toughest opponents couldn't break Cher's unbreakable spirit. Get ready to witness the untold stories behind the icon. You'll hear the raw truth about her most infamous rivalries. And you'll discover Cher's unwavering resilience that made her a true legend in her own right. Let's begin with perhaps her most painful battle, the man who was both her husband and her jailer. Number 1. Sonny Bono. Sonny Bono wasn't just Cher's husband, he was her puppet master. Behind their matching outfits and playful TV banter, he secretly controlled every aspect of her life. While audiences adored them, Sonny managed all contracts, money, and decisions. Cher simply performed and trusted. "I didn't even know I was broke until I left him," Cher later revealed. Her finances were being drained while she became famous. Sonny was signing deals behind her back that benefited him more than her. The betrayal went beyond money. When she finally broke free, he tried to legally claim ownership of the name Cher, as if she were his invention. Their divorce became a media spectacle. Industry insiders revealed how Sonny had blurred the lines between husband and boss. For Cher, this wasn't just ending a marriage. It was about reclaiming her identity as bitter legal battles dragged on. Yet when Sonny died in that 1998 skiing accident, Cher attended his funeral. She delivered raw, honest words. "Sonny made me laugh more than anyone, but he also hurt me more than anyone ever could." She mourned the man while acknowledging his damage. But while Sonny's betrayal was deeply personal, the next feud on our list exploded in the most public way possible. It was a cold war between 2 of music's biggest icons that played out in front of the entire world. Number 2, Gene Simmons. After escaping Sonny's control, Cher was vulnerable when she met her next heartbreak. In the late 1970s, Cher was rebounding from her split with Sonny when she met Gene Simmons. He was Kiss's fire-breathing frontman. Their unlikely pairing captivated Hollywood, a pop goddess and rock demon together. Behind the scenes, Gene showed a surprising tender side. He cared for Cher's children and publicly praised her intelligence, but their romance collapsed quickly. Hollywood whispers soon revealed the truth about Gene. He wasn't just Cher's man, he was everybody's man. The betrayal cut especially deep when Cher made a shocking discovery. Gene was seeing multiple women, including her close friend Diana Ross. This wasn't simple cheating, it was a complete violation of trust. Most shocking of all, Gene never denied any of it. He later boasted in interviews about his behavior. "I was never faithful to Cher. I wasn't faithful to anyone, but we had fun." His casual dismissal showed how little he valued their relationship. He turned their history into just another conquest story. Cher responded with characteristic dignity. She waited years before delivering one perfect takedown in an interview. That man has the ego of 10 men and the emotional maturity of a teenager. While Gene bragged about his conquests, Cher turned her pain into power. Friends say this betrayal left her with trust issues that affected her relationships for years. While Gene's betrayal was deeply personal, her next feud was professional. A clash between 2 women who defined different eras of pop music. She would soon wage a decades-long Cold War with pop music's other reigning queen. Number 3, Madonna. It was the ultimate battle of pop queens, Cher versus Madonna. These two women redefined music and female power on their own terms. Fans dreamed of a collaboration between these icons, but Cher had other plans. She never tried to hide her dislike for Madonna. In a notorious 1991 interview, Cher dropped a bombshell statement. "She's mean, she's not a nice person," she declared. Then she added, "I think she's unbelievably creative, but rude." This candid assessment shocked Hollywood. Most celebrities avoided criticizing Madonna at the height of her fame. Cher couldn't care less about potential backlash. This wasn't just about competing egos. Industry insiders claim Cher felt Madonna disrespected industry veterans, especially women. Madonna had influenced pop music in her own way, yet Cher saw it as calculated rebellion rather than authentic artistry. The feud never exploded into public drama. It also never cooled down. Whenever asked about Madonna's achievements, Cher's comments always carried a subtle sting. "She's a hard worker, and you can't take that away from her, even if you want to." This perfectly captured her feelings. She acknowledged Madonna's hustle, while remaining clearly unimpressed. By 2018, Cher had slightly softened her stance. She expressed respect for Madonna's business sense, but the tone remained lukewarm at best. No reunion ever happened, no duet materialized. They were just two legends who never clicked. In Cher's world, talent alone wasn't enough. You needed grace and humility, qualities she found missing in the material girl. And while Madonna irritated her, the next person on Cher's list didn't just annoy her. This individual betrayed her in the most personal way possible. Number 4. Bette Midler. While Cher's disdain for Madonna was loud and public, her tension with another diva remained eerily silent. In the glittering scene of 1970s entertainment, two powerhouse divas rose simultaneously. Cher with her sleek, futuristic glamour. Bette Midler with her brash Broadway flair. They were different sides of the same coin. They circled each other like wary cats, neither friends nor enemies. Industry insiders revealed there was palpable tension whenever they shared space. At events, they performed an elaborate avoidance dance. They arrived at different times. They positioned themselves at opposite ends of rooms. One producer whispered, "It was like watching magnets with the same charge. They naturally repelled each other." Their rivalry never exploded publicly, but subtle digs spoke volumes. In a rare 1978 interview, Cher dismissed Midler. "She's funny, but not in the way I'd ever want to be." Meanwhile, sources claimed Bette privately criticized Cher's priorities. She thought Cher focused on spectacle over substance. She even questioned Cher's vocal abilities. The tension became most visible at the 1984 Golden Globe Awards. Both women were nominated, and cameras caught their careful maneuvering to avoid direct interaction. When asked directly about Midler in a 1990 interview, Cher simply said, "We move in different circles," and quickly changed the subject. What made this feud fascinating was its quietness. There were no confrontations, just a cold agreement to exist separately. Cher thought Bette was trying too hard, revealed a former stylist. And Bette thought Cher wasn't trying hard enough with her actual craft. Despite conquering music, film, and television, they maintained their distance. No duets, no joint appearances, no collaborations. This created one of Hollywood's longest-running unspoken feuds. And while this silent standoff simmered for years, the next artist on Cher's list created tension in just one explosive encounter. It left her completely disillusioned. Number 5. David Bowie. In 1975, viewers watched Cher and David Bowie perform an electrifying duet on The Cher Show. Their voices blended perfectly together. But off-camera, tension filled the air between them. Cher later confided to friends about her mixed feelings. She deeply admired Bowie's brilliance, yet the man himself left her cold. "Brilliant, but not easy to work with," she said. Crew members confirmed the difficult situation. Bowie would arrive late to rehearsals. He barely practiced. He acted as if the appearance was beneath him. What should have been a historic collaboration turned into an exercise in professional patience. Between takes, Bowie barely acknowledged Cher. He responded with only one-word answers or distant nods. After filming Wrapped, Cher told her manager bluntly, "I don't think we vibed. Let's not do that again." This encounter came at a crucial time for Cher. She was fighting to establish herself as a solo artist after Sonny. Bowie's dismissive attitude felt like another man underestimating her talent. A production assistant later revealed she was really hurt. She had idolized his creativity and expected a connection. The experience changed how Cher approached future collaborations. She became more selective about who she worked with. She prioritized genuine connection over star power. "I'd rather work with someone kind than someone famous," she told her team after the Bowie incident. Despite both dominating the music scene throughout the late 70s, they never shared a stage again. Years later, when discussing dream collaborations, Cher skillfully avoided mentioning Bowie. This wasn't hatred, it was disappointment. She had expected substance behind the style. Instead, she found only a brilliant performer who couldn't connect on a personal level. For someone who valued authenticity like Cher, that was the ultimate deal-breaker. If Bowie's cold professionalism disappointed Cher, our next artist's complete lack of professionalism disgusted her. She would soon face a woman whose public chaos made headlines for all the wrong reasons. Number 6. Courtney Love. Courtney Love's unpredictable behavior kept 90s tabloids constantly buzzing. Her red carpet meltdowns and award show outbursts became legendary spectacles. Fans eagerly devoured these dramatic scenes. Cher, however, watched with nothing but disgust. In a shocking 2004 interview, she stated bluntly, "Courtney Love is a tragedy, and I don't mean that in a cute, dramatic way." This assessment cut especially deep, coming from someone who truly understood rebellion. Cher had spent decades breaking rules and shocking audiences herself. Yet, she saw a crucial difference between them. She believed in rebellion with purpose, not destruction just for show. Insiders revealed Cher thought Love had genuine talent hidden beneath all that manufactured drama. "There's nothing authentic about turning your pain into performance art," Cher told a friend after Love caused another public scene. The disdain wasn't one-sided at all. Love dismissed Cher as Vegas cosplay during a heated radio interview. Their coldest moment came when Love reached out through mutual connections for a collaboration. Cher's response? Complete silence. This deliberate dismissal spoke volumes from someone known for always speaking her mind. What truly cemented Cher's disregard was how Love handled personal struggles so publicly. Cher had faced her own battles with dignity throughout her career. She strongly believed that you can be raw without being destructive. Some people confuse being authentic with being a mess. While Love represented chaos, Cher couldn't respect. The next artist on her list committed an even greater sin. He questioned the very talent that had made her a legend for over 6 decades. Number 7. Don Henley. In the early 80s, Eagles frontman Don Henley flatly rejected a duet opportunity with Cher. He claimed she wasn't a real singer. This wasn't just a simple snub, it was a direct attack on her core identity. Cher was absolutely furious. Her voice had won millions of fans across multiple genres worldwide. Now, another artist was dismissing her talent entirely. This wound never fully healed. Though she never mentioned Henley by name, her responses to journalists were razor sharp. "There was a certain rock frontman who didn't think I had pipes," she once said. He was wrong. When asked specifically about the Eagles years later, she delivered an elegant takedown. "Not my kind of band. I prefer singers who aren't afraid to sing." What made this feud unique was Cher's dignified response afterward. There was no public drama or outburst, just her quiet certainty that time would prove her right. She might banter with Madonna or roll her eyes at Simmons. But questioning her voice earned something worse in Cher's world: complete irrelevance. As decades passed, Cher's vocal legacy only grew stronger. Meanwhile, Henley's dismissal faded into a mere footnote. Her revenge was truly elegant. She simply outlasted, outperformed, and outshone the very person who once deemed her unworthy. 7 feuds, 7 legends who dared to cross the untouchable Cher and paid the price. These weren't random celebrity spats. They were calculated battles that revealed Cher's unbreakable spirit and razor-sharp instinct for survival. From Sonny stealing her fortune to Jean betraying her with Diana Ross. From Madonna's mean girl reputation to Don Henley questioning her legendary voice. Each opponent discovered that crossing Cher means facing decades of elegant, precise, and unforgettable shade. What separates Cher from failed stars? She doesn't throw public tantrums or desperate publicity stunts. She delivers ice-cold truth bombs that stand the test of time. While her critics fade away, she turns every betrayal into reinvention. For 6 decades, she's outlasted them all, proving that refusing to fake it in an industry built on illusion might be her most rebellious act. Which feud shocked you the most? Was it her hidden rivalry with Bette Midler? Or her disgust with Courtney Love's chaotic behaviour? Comment below and let us know. The beauty of Cher is that she probably doesn't care what any of us think. And that's not just surviving in Hollywood, that's winning on your own terms.